What happens when a man who built his empire out of Yukon mud suddenly becomes the center of wild scandals, government charges, and viral hoaxes claiming he's serving life in prison? This is the shocking, chaotic, and surprisingly emotional story of Tony Beets, the toughest miner ever seen on Gold Rush. Tony Beets' story begins far from the frozen Yukon. Born in 1959 in a small Dutch village, he grew up surrounded by the noise of farm machinery and the responsibility of adult life long before he was ready for it. When his father was injured, young Tony took over nearly all the farm duties, shaping the grit and stubbornness that would define his entire future. But farming wasn't enough. By the age of 23, Tony wanted more challenge, more adventure, and more money. With only $300, no English, and sheer determination, he and his girlfriend, Minnie, left the Netherlands and headed for Canada. His first job? Milking cows for $4 an hour. It wasn't glamorous, but Tony wasn't interested in comfort. He was chasing opportunity. And opportunity finally arrived as a rumor. Men in the Yukon were making over $1,000 a week mining gold. For Tony, that was all he needed to hear. He tried his luck in 1981, but the mining season hadn't started yet. So he went back to construction, oil pipelines, and heavy machinery work, all skills that would later turn him into a legend. In 1984, everything changed. Tony was called back to the Yukon, and this time he stayed. He worked heavy machinery at Tamarack mines he would eventually own. Slowly, bit by bit, he built Tamarack Inc., which grew into one of the largest privately owned placer mining operations in the entire territory. He didn't do it alone. Minnie became the financial backbone, running the books, questioning risky decisions, and sometimes being the only person who could tell Tony no. Their children, Monica, Mike, Kevin, and Bianca, joined the operations, forming one of the strongest family mining teams ever seen on television. Tony wasn't just a teacher, he was a risk-taker. His most iconic gamble came in Season 5, when he purchased a massive, century-old mining dredge and attempted to resurrect it. The project was huge, dangerous, and pushed his entire crew to their limits. But it perfectly captured Tony's philosophy: go big or go home. However, not all risks pay off. In 2014, during filming, Tony's crew performed a so-called Viking baptism by pouring gasoline into a pond and lighting it on fire. When the episode aired, the Yukon government hit Tony and his team with environmental charges. Footage from the show was used in court. Tony later admitted he should have stopped it, a rare moment of humility from the tough miner. Still, he kept mining, kept fighting, and kept expanding. But fame comes with a price. In 2025, a bizarre internet rumor claimed Tony and his son Mike had been sentenced to life in prison. The videos went viral. Millions of confused fans watched as creators repeated the lie. But it wasn't true. Fact-checkers quickly debunked it. Tony was never arrested, never imprisoned, and continued mining as usual. Despite controversies, lawsuits, and rivalries, especially his intense royalty dispute with Parker Schnabel, Tony Beets remains one of the most successful miners Gold Rush has ever seen. His operations have produced tens of millions in gold and created a multi-generational family legacy that still thrives today. And maybe that's why the rumors never stick. Tony Beets isn't a character made for prison. He's built for battle, for rebuilding, for chasing gold in the frozen north, and proving that no amount of controversy can bury a man who refuses to quit. If you enjoyed this Hollywood Star News story, don't forget to subscribe for more deep dive celebrity and TV legends.